Hi, my name is Adriana with Boxed Wedding Invitations. Today I'm going to show you what happens after a client books us for custom wedding invitations. We usually request mood board or anything we can see visually or use for inspiration in terms of designs, fonts, custom shapes, or anything they want to incorporate into their wedding invitations to give us a good start in the design process. In this instance, the client provided this invitation inspiration. They're looking for a vintage look for their wedding invitations with handmade envelopes, envelope liner, the shape design and tassel inspo, and graphics for the pocket of the invitations where all the cards were housed. So based on this inspiration, we came up with a lot of options for the customer to choose from. Usually we start with the monogram because this monogram is very important throughout the wedding. It's very important for the day of the wedding as well, because usually the monogram is projected onto the dance floor where the couple has the first where the couple has the first dance. Then we carry this monogram on all of their day of stationery, menus, stationery, even the wedding cake, or any other branding they want to bring in for their wedding date. We usually use the monogram for. So in terms of the monogram, the invitation shape, we show them 6 different shapes to choose from. Their color, they're like looking to have the text in gray and the design elements. Not a dark gray like a charcoal, but more like a medium gray. Then we showed them the pocket holder with the inspiration, and then 7 different envelope liners to choose from, anything from something generic and more architectural to moody vibes, florals. Then we show them 20 different options for the fonts to choose from. These fonts we chose in particular because they aligned with what the client requested, so it's not just any fonts. Then different colors of paper, different color of tassels because they are looking to incorporate that. And then different color of handmade envelopes. They're very particular about the envelope and how it's torn, the edges are torn, are ripped. So once we designed this initial mock-up design, we sent to the customer, and we went through 5 more mock-up designs. I'm not going to go through all of them because the client is going back and forth on the selection until they choose the last one. But I'm going to show you the last one they settled on, and it's this one. So they kept the initial design for the pocket, they kept the gray, they chose one of the invitations designs. They actually went with these super beautiful fonts, and they kept the color of the text gray. They were looking for a vintage understated luxury envelope liner. They chose this envelope and then the tassel in gold. All the cards were printed on a fog gray, very light gray cardstock in letterpress print. This invitation was so understated, so beautiful, so luxurious, I cannot even tell you. And this is how we go through the design process with all of our customers, and that way they feel very confident about the final product, and we don't have to present a physical sample, especially when it comes to specialty printing such as letterpress or foil stamp. The print, it's so expensive and the labor involved is very intense when it comes to just producing 1 to 2 samples. Usually the client cannot even afford to pay it because it runs into maybe thousands of dollars for just one invitation mock-up to invitation physical sample to actually provide. But I believe after seeing this final mock-up, the client is very confident, and we get the approval and move into the production. Thank you for watching.